virtual reality has so far been marketed around hanging out with friends, but my initial experience with the technology showed me that it could be a way to fill the days I felt sinking whenever my girlfriend and me were apart. Social media platforms have promoted the idea that we can find and establish relationships over the internet, both those that are successful and those that end in tragedy. I was experienced to maintain my relationship through a digital mediator. My ex-girlfriend is in a bachelor program at a university in China, and at that time, I was studying in Indonesia. We met in an exchange program. We were apart for 6 months until we could meet each other. We were in constant communication over social networking sites. I had to truly connect romantically with her and manage everything through the virtual world, including communication, feeling, and perhaps sexual fetishes. Skype, Facebook, and WeChat were the social media sites we utilized at that time. Long-distance relationships are requiring more effort from both partners to maintain consistent interactions that happen when both parties are present to respond. Consistent communication is an alternative to replace the presence of our partner when we cannot sit with them, to keep the attraction alive. Consistent doesn't mean that we must protect our partner. In some situations, individuals felt a lack of individuality when they felt their partner reach out too many times, because it showed either a lack of trust that may not always be healthy for a relationship. Romantic jealousy is a phenomenon that continues to haunt long-distance relationships. Everything that we put on social networking sites is potentially contributed to jealousy. Relationships are threatened with social media when individuals involved have a high need for popularity. Social networking sites partner surveillance may be the only way for LDR couples to access social information about their partner. Therefore, everything that they put on social media will greatly give an impact to their partner's feeling, not only to what they produce. Moreover, who gives a comment, who gives likes, can perhaps be said as factors that might lead LDR couples to break up. Not only brings benefits for the LDR couples, social networking sites also help the non-LDR couples to speed up the intimacy, since it is easier to share the information through a screen with less pressure. Online communication is, however, cautioned because of the possibility of deception. Knowing that face-to-face communication shows the most positive outcomes when dealing with intimacy and self-disclosure, I managed to do a routine video call with her. When verbal communication was satisfactory, then positive levels of affection were achieved. With this, I try to maintain happiness and reduce uncertainty. Social networking sites are not always two couples get to see one another as often as they would like, but this can benefit the relationship, because once they come together face to face, these interactions will then provide a greater sense of intimacy between them, ultimately increasing quality and commitment. Stepping forward to the case when people use social networking sites to fulfill their own specific gratifications. Everybody there dreams and fantasies, at least some of the time. The most intriguing, if not most common fantasies concern... Yeah, internet is perhaps as the swiftest route to find our desired partner, in hopes to realize our fantasies, especially for young people, since they are in the age of developing their personal sexual beliefs and behavior. Let's take Tinder as an example, as Tinder is one of only dating applications in my phone. Shh, don't tell anybody. Only you that know this. Internet users came to personally know one another more intimately than in-person meetings, because sometimes in-person meetings do not typically have the psychological comfort that comes from such anonymity. Anonymity and distance protect a user from being vulnerable to the other, and help them to maintain the presence of such heightened self-disclosure. People believe they could express their true self with the others online than they could with the others offline. Wait. Do you mean like
Crazy mother.
Online dating applications span imaginary belief that we can predict the type of people who we might fall in love with. Going on a meeting with someone we have never met before, allowing us to ask outlandishly personal questions, and it's interesting. Our interaction in the real world are far less regulated, making possible different kinds of guesses. Meeting someone with limited information is something special that online dating applications offer. Physical appearance along short description are presented to be judged. Welcome to conditional relationships and a consumer's attitude to the other. Okay, before I close the video, I have one segment. The most important thing is on how you can establish an emotional connection rather than what communication form that you use. Remember guys, it doesn't matter by what you want to communicate with him or with her, but it depends on you. Do you want to manage your relationship or not? Do you have the capability? Do you have the ability? If you consider... okay, I forgot the word, so bye bye!